How can I know about my past life or lives? I got this question from a friend, and past lives have never interested me particularly. Not that I haven't found hints about what those past lives may have been, and even my teacher, Swami Kriyananda, made reference to a past life of mine. In any case, for those who are interested, Paramahansa Yogananda said, reflect on the first approximately 6 years of your life, to the degree you can remember them at all. But if you can, reflect on what interests you had, what, I hesitate to say thoughts. Does a 5-year-old have thoughts? Yes, of course. But does a 5-year-old remember those thoughts? Probably not. But nonetheless, if you are interested in past life, those first 6 years will give some hint, at least of the immediately, the previous life. And parents are often, Yogananda would say this to parents, to on their newborn child in those first 6 years, to reflect and make note of some of the things the child says and some of the interests the child seems to have. Those are indicators. Now, is any of that all that important? Probably most of it isn't, but there could be some hints that are useful to the present life. So I remember, for example, and this is what I said to this person, a friend of mine, I remember things my mother said about me when I was young. And I realized, that those were useful hints to my present life. In my case, my mother said I was constantly asking her big questions, philosophical questions. I didn't really think much about that until much later in life, and realized that given what how my life has unfolded and what I do, that sure makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? But basically I said, don't get overly embroiled in past lives. I like to joke sometimes that in my life I have met more than one Cleopatra. Actually, that's true, but people get so obsessed about these things and so on. I question that it's nothing more than an affirmation of ego. But people do get interested, and Swami Kriyananda, my teacher, revealed what he thought of several of his past lives, and Yogananda did too. So it is interesting, it's curious. Would I recommend past life regression? It's up to you if you feel drawn to do that. I've never been particularly drawn in that direction. I'm not sure I completely trust the process with just anybody. But there can be some utility in past life, but overall, I myself at least don't have that much interest.